Hello, and welcome back to Draig Dice. This is the Pathfinder 2nd Edition stream here on the Bunny and Dragon Network. I am the Dungeon Master, and I am joined by my group of lovely regular players. I have Chubba playing Tazaki.
Hello.
I have Amelia as Matilda.
Hi.
I have Bunny as Jomin, who will be typing today. And we have Sword as Boohurt.
Hello there.
So, previously for you guys, before we start, the announcement of once again, as always on these streams, we are raising money for Macmillan Cancer Support. If you're wishing to donate, you can type !donate in the chat to get and then the bot should send you the donation link. You can also scroll down underneath the video, and there should be a donate button there. It's a very, very important cause, so thank you. Now, previously, you guys followed all the clues, all the stuffs and information. You found a map of the sewer systems, and you started to interrogate the cultist and figured out that in the sewers, somewhere in the northernmost edge of the sewers, supposedly, is where the cult that have been kidnapping children are based, and they're doing some sort of ritual. The crazy cultist talked about the ancient one or something like that. Seemed to pay some particular interest and spoke with Dave when speaking with Dave. I believe he called Dave the enemy, and seemed a bit worried when Dave spoke to him. You guys went down into the sewers and had a tussle with a few cultists that had been hiding out down there, and indeed managed to defeat them, though taking a couple of scrapes in the process. And thus, this is where we are currently, as you are all down here in the sewer. There is a closed sewer gate ahead of you, this big steel bulkhead with a turnwheel on it, keeping it closed. The room is rather small. You climbed down through a trapdoor ladder that was hidden in the jewelry store that was being run by the leader of the Pipers. And not much else is here. There are a few barrels that appear to be alcohol. A couple of them are leaking from where they have been shot by Tazaki. And there is a small box in one corner of the room. There are some shelves that are mostly empty, though I have a couple of bits and pieces on them. And that is the room and where you guys are now. You have just finished the fight and are recovered from the combat. A couple of you fairly damaged by the fight. It's a good thing you guys have healers and a couple of potions. So it's up to you. It's over to you guys. You are here. This is where you are. And time is running if you wish to do something or roleplay or speak to each other.
Boohurt wants to check the shelves.
Okay, smart move. So checking the shelves, they are very mostly empty. It looks like this place would once have been, just a standard cellar for a shop that would be above, and it's obviously been converted into a little place for the cults to hang out and access the sewers. There's not much. There are a couple of pieces of jewelry, considering it is a jewelry store that's above. You can see there's a few bits and pieces of jewelry here. There's a silver necklace. There's another one, like a very pretty golden necklace with like a jade gem in it. That looks quite expensive looking. And there is a couple of bottles. There are a couple of bottles of a reddish potion that looks like healing potion, from what you can see. Looks to be healing potion.
Grabs the supposed healing potion, and grabs one of the necklaces. I think the gold and jade one, and hands the necklace to Matilda. Or Griff.
Matilda takes it and thanks him. And puts it on.
You're gonna put on the necklace?
Yeah.
Okay, you put on the necklace. It's a nice necklace. Fancy.
And then Matilda also asks Boo Hurt, do you need to take a healing potion?
I'll be fine. Maybe.
What necklaces? You see, I can describe the necklace however I like, but when I actually search for necklaces in the item compendium, there's only a few different ones. We're gonna say that this necklace is approximately probably the same. This one's a gold necklace, so this will be around the same price. Star sapphire necklace. That's cool. So here we go. This one is gonna say gold necklace with peridots, but it's jade. It's just a standard item for pricing. So you have a lovely necklace.
Matilda also wants to look at the chest, open it without putting her paws in.
Okay, so just sort of open it from the top, just leave it open.
Yeah, just in case it's another trapped chest.
Yeah, you open up the chest, and there's not much inside. There are a couple of potions inside this chest. So let's see, Boo Hurt, you picked up the 2 potions that were on the shelf, and they look essentially identical to the 1 healing potion you currently have.
Okay, so that would be so that would increase my amount of
from 1 to 3. And in this,
okay, I'll either drink one of those, or can I use my healer's tools on myself?
You can use healer's tools on yourself. Yes, I believe. You can treat your own wounds, but it takes a little bit of time to treat wounds, but you can do it.
Okay, I will do that on myself then, so I won't waste my healing potions.
Okay, yeah, and you can only use battle medicine when you're in battle, but treat wounds you can use outside, and you can. I believe when you treat your own wounds, you have a slight minus because it's harder to obviously bandage your own wounds than it is to bandage someone else's, because obviously, arm positions and stuff. But you can target yourself. You have to treat it takes, let me see. I believe it takes 10 minutes. Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to treat wounds. You can spend an hour treating wounds in order to double the amount of hit points gained, but you don't have to. You can also... So, we've never used treat wounds before, so I'll explain. So, you would normally make a medicine check, DC 15, although it might be somewhat adjusted. And depending on how high your medicine skill is, you can choose to make a more difficult check in order to regain or heal more hit points than before. So, what's your medicine skill?
+6.
Yeah. What are you trained in it, or just? What's your proficiency in it? Just trained, not expert yet.
No, just trained.
Okay, so you could if you want to medicine on yourself, you can take 10 minutes to do it, and you'd make a DC 15 medicine check. So if you're wanting to work on healing yourself, you may do that. So you can make the medicine check. You will have to stay here for at least 10 minutes to do so. But you can go ahead.
Would everyone else be staying here for 10 minutes, or because we are in a hurry to save these children, so I might actually just take a shot of the health potion just to be quick.
It's up to you. Meanwhile, Matilda, what you find in that is it's complete. It is potions, and do also seem to be a couple of wrapped like ration packs, with just a little bit of food in them. You see, in total, there appears to be. Let's see. Okay, so I'll get to how much you heal. So you find 2 smaller, what look like healing potions. It's the same red liquid. You've become accustomed to seeing what healing potions look like. 2 small healing potions, and there also appears to be a small vial that's sort of like thin and long with what looks to be, or like it looks to be clear water inside. And there's also another potion in a bit of a fatter bottle with a purple liquid inside. And a final potion with a sort of cloudy white liquid. You can, if you want to try and like identify the potions, you could make it would be probably be medicine to identify a potion, wouldn't it? Hold on. Is there
I'll take a look now.
Identify alchemy is actually a thing. Okay. Do you have alchemist tools?
I don't think
No.
so.
Okay, if you had alchemist tools, you could like identify them more. You would you can use alchemist tools to make it easier to identify a potion, but you can make I'd say a medicine check to try and identify a potion, or an arcana check if you want to try and identify what these potions are.
So Arcana?
Yeah, it would be, you can make an arcana check. Yeah, okay, yeah, you pretty sure you recognize some of these potions from your travels and your time with the Graveguard, and you believe that the one that looks like water, as you take a sniff of it and you can smell, it smells almost very fruity. You're pretty sure that is a ration tonic. The other 2, there's then 2 minor healing potions, what looks to be a bark skin potion, and a anti-venom potion.
Matilda asks, who wants what?
I don't know. I think they're complicated. I just kill things.
German, Tazaki, do you 2 want anything?
Well, what have you found over there?
Found potions.
Tazaki, you can take what you fancy, and if nobody else wants anything else, I'll keep everything else.
Would you like to take any of the potions, Saki?
No, Tazaki won't take any.
Okay, looks like Matilda gets all these potions.
Yeah, Matilda will take them to store them just in case anyone needs anything.
Yep, so
Basically,
that's
just in case.
2 healing potions, a ration tonic, a bark skin potion, and an anti-venom potion. So you find those, and that's all that's of interest in the little cupboard you have. So, Buhurt, your medicine check is a... Let's see, that's DC 15 and you got 24. So that makes it a standard success. So you regain 2d8 hit points. So you can go ahead and roll 2d8 and get 2d8 hit points.
I think I dropped out the call for a second there.
Oh, did you? Well, I can hear you now.
That's good. Have we decided what we're doing with the potions?
Yep, Matilda's carrying them all. You can regain 2d8 hit points from your treat wounds.
So slash roll.
2d8. And hope you roll high.
Yes.
Because rolling really low. Okay, a 5. You could have rolled get on like a 2 total. 5 is not too bad. So you get 5 hit points back. So why is everyone else wanting to do? So Zaki, you were searching for Magna's gears. Make me a perception check. "19 says you look around, you do notice on the floor just underneath the barrels what looks like a bronzish gear lying on the floor. Matches. It does match what you saw inside Magna. This is definitely.
Zaki will go over to it and pick it up.
Yeah, this is definitely the place where Magna died. Of that much you are certain. What about Jomin? What would Jomin like to do down here?
So Zaki will say, "Hey guys, I think I know where he died. Right in this very room."
Well, Magna was here.
Yes, Magna was here.
We need to be cautious. We don't want to meet the same fate as him.
Yes, we don't.
Is everyone done here? Are we ready to continue on?
It's up to you guys. Are you ready to continue on? Yeah. You guys are ready to leave this place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us continue on.
Do not split up.
Okay. No, does anyone want to do any more healing or anything before you guys leave? Wow. I would take that as a no. In which case, how many teeth does the gear have? 10.
10 tough gear, that's good.
Yeah. Right. So, what are you guys doing? If you're heading out, who's taking the lead? Where you? It's up to you guys. You're in charge here.
Who wants to
I will
do
leave us.
The most important thing is we split together and we do not split up.
Quickly, we have those kids to save. Who walks through the door?
Okay, so you open up. Obviously it's very heavy. You have to. You turn the handle. Oh my goodness, Jomin. Yes, that's how he sent like many times. It must have been a bit of a internet error. Wow. So you turn the dial, you turn the wheel, and you pulled it open, and the sewer door does indeed open. Some light spills out, and you can see a corridor. It is rather dark though, and you're not going to be able to get far without a torch. Or without some form of light. some of you at least have torches, and some of you may have the light spell. I don't know if anyone has the light spell. In fact, yes, some of you do have the light spell, such as Jomin.
Zaki's gonna go up and say, "Hey, does anyone need this torch here on this wall?
There is
by
also a
the
torch.
door they
It's
just
not your
opened?"
fault, Jomin. Don't worry. There is also a torch just straight on the wall
Torches,
as well.
apparently.
Would you like to cast the light spell, Jomin? Who would you like to cast the light? What would you like to cast light upon? So you can cast it upon an object, so any object that you can touch, as long as it's something that can be carried, something light. You want to cast light upon an unlit torch? Yeah. Okay. So who's
I am holding a shield and a sword in my hands. So,
Yes,
and if you wanted to have either of those.
Yeah, those are valid targets as well. Or even on something someone's wearing, you can cast it on a necklace or a glove or a weapon. It's up to you. What would you like to cast it on? You know, it's okay. There's plenty of objects.
For some reason, the party seems to be carrying quite a lot of objects on them.
Yeah. You'd like to cast it on your glove. On your glove. Okay. Yeah, because Jomin wears gloves, don't you? So you cast the light on your own glove, and your glove begins to glow. At the same time as Tazaki takes hold of the torch that was on the wall. And Jomin, let's see, light. It's a bright light in 20 foot and dim light for another 20 feet. Lovely. So what I can do is I can go... There we go. Jomin has light. Let there be light. And so, Jomin, with both your glove glowing to lead the way, which actually looks pretty cool. As Tazaki grabs the torch off the wall, Jomin just whoosh lights up his glove, and you can see just the brilliant light emanating from his glove, lighting up the path before you. You can see the sewer goes forwards only a little bit into a T-junction just ahead. There's some background noise. So the sewer goes up directly ahead and into a T-junction.
Should we go to the junction? Yep. Alright, I need to unpause it for you. If you wish to move up ahead, you can. Jomin has the light, so Jomin will need Jomin and Tazaki both have the light, so those two will be needed to light your path. Do I get one of my torches out? I apparently have 5.
Why'd you have 5 torches?
No. But apparently I do.
So, as you guys, is everybody? Dave, of course, will follow the pie. Jomin, are you going to head down? Who's heading? You guys can move yourselves down if you want.
Do we go left or right? Which way does the map say?
Well, so you know that it should be. So have you got a map of the entire you've got a map of the whole system, haven't you?
Of the sewers, yeah.
Of the sewers, yeah.
Described.
So you know that it's somewhere north. According to your map, from what you can see, the sewers north is right at this junction, and there are quite a few twists and turns to go up that way. What exactly are you looking for? Because obviously you have a map of the sewers, but other than that, you don't know exactly where in the sewers the place is. You just know it's somewhere north. Are you looking for anywhere specific to try and find clues as to where it could be?
Is there any like large areas of tunnels on the map in the north? Is there any sort of obviously there's tunnels, but is there any particularly large tunnels or
larger areas?
Yeah.
Well, so looking at the map, there does appear to be a couple of smaller rooms up, sort of northeast from your current position. There looks to be a pretty big room south of you, and you can see some of the tunnels do look, according to the map, to make me. You can make me, if you guys want to study the map, a survival check for navigating the map. Right, Boohurt fails. Matilda succeeds. So Boohurt, you're getting a bit confused with this map. You don't really know what's what.
I'm holding the map upside down. Boohurt is holding the map upside down.
Yeah, you're looking at the map upside down.
Boohurt, you're holding it upside down. Give it to me.
Fine.
However, Matilda, you notice that some of the tunnels that go upwards, there's a tunnel that appears to end with a supposed door, but there's no room, no mapped out room or anything at the end of the tunnel. It looks to be that particular, and you can see a lot of the sewer tunnels seem to go around this blank space that's not on the maps. They're looking at this blank space. It seems to be just a bit northwards of where you are. Looking for directions to it, it looks like you can probably reach it by going north by taking a right, a left, another right, another left, and another right, looking at it. Or just right, left, and second right should get you there. The tunnels are obviously like a maze. They're a bit confusing, but I think if you keep going mostly northwards and a bit further east, you should be able to pinpoint that location. There also appear to be a couple of small rooms up northeast from your position right now. Like small cellar-like rooms.
Hey, so we're going to the right first.
Make me a perception check as you're moving up that way.
Oh no.
Both of us, or just Matilda?
Matilda. Actually, anyone who's started moving upwards. There.
Yeah.
Tazaki, are you staying in that room back there?
No, Zaki will go for us as well.
Okay, so let's see. That was 18 for Matilda. Who else wants? Anyone who's going up can make a perception check.
I'm trying to. It's there we go.
Okay.
That's 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would anyone else like to? Jomin, would Jomin like to make a perception
Does
check
a
or
nat
not?
20 succeed at all?
Well, maybe. It's not necessarily, but yes. Okay, 16. So let's see.
So all 4 of you, as you're starting to move up, do notice, although Tazaki, you will need to be in the tunnel to notice it. You're not currently in the tunnel. You should, if you're wanting to notice this, you should be. You'd have to be at least in the middle. As you're going up, you all notice that there appears to be a light flickering from downwards. Are you still going to move up into the T-junction? It appears to be a light moving above. It looks like torchlight, and it appears to be coming from around the right-hand corner at the top of this junction.
Matilda gets the... Hang on, let me see what armor Matilda has.
Boohurt has his weapons at the ready.
Matilda has her short sword and tower shield out.
Okay, are you heading up then?
Alright.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys can feel free to move yourself. So, Matilda, as you move up and look right, you see a group of 3 figures. One of them carrying a torch at the lead of the other 2. And as they see you step out, they stop, a bit startled. And the one at the lead with the torch holds out, draws a dagger and points it out to you. Hey, halt! Who goes there? It's just a rat folk. What are you doing here? Who are you?
Matilda doesn't know how to respond. Matilda instead asks them who they are.
That's none of your business. I think you're in the wrong place right now. If you value your life, you would better head out.
Boohurt steps out from around
who's
the
with
corner
you?
and stands behind Matilda.
Go ahead.
You are the one who better value your life if you threaten this little mouse folk.
You need to move yourself out then. Who else is with you? I see that light. Who's there?
Tazaki steps up.
And seeing that that's Tazaki, and then Jomin steps up as well, and Dave is just behind Jomin. Although you can't all fit into the corridor once. I believe you can move up to the edge like that. So you can move up to the edge of the pipe and squeeze in if you wanted to. Whoa. The lead one so backwards a bit. There's a lot of them. If you know what's good for you, you bet you should leave. Skedaddle.
If you know what's good for you, you should tell us where the kids are.
What kids? What are you talking about? He looks back at the others and appears to say something. And the one at the back of the group begins to slowly back away.
Boohurt sort of goes to walk there, says that we should go forwards.
Yeah. Why, are you just going to walking forward towards them? Are you going to engage them? What are you doing?
I'm stuck behind everyone else. So Boohurt's sort of at the
You
back,
can
just
move.
pushing into people.
You can move past people. It's wide enough. You can move past others.
Okay, Boohurt's just gonna sort of squeeze past and just start slowly but very intimidatingly walking forwards.
Easy. Hey, back off.
Boohurt does not stop. Also,
Matilda says, "What's the matter? Are you scared?"
As the one that is currently backing off gets to a junction and disappears around the corner. And you hear hurried footsteps, like running.
get back here, you coward!
It definitely sounds like the other person is running. As this happens, as you take another step forwards, the person just behind the one with the torch steps around the side and flings his hand out towards you. And I need you to make me a will save.
Everyone.
Nope, just Boohurt. Ooh, dear. Boohurt, let's see. You become frightened. You'll become frightened too. You take a penalty to all your checks and DCs equal to this value. At the end of your turn, the frightened condition goes down by 1. That's if you.
I suppose I have an ability that stops me from being frightened.
Let's see. Your proficiency rank for will saves increases. When you roll a success at a will save against a fear effect, you get a critical success instead. Anytime you gain the frightened condition, reduce its value by 1. So you will be just frightened 1 instead of frightened 2.
Oh, okay.
So as he flings his hand forwards and just pure fear invades your mind. And with that, I'm going to call for initiative.
Oh no.
From everybody, and oh yeah, and that includes Dave.
Well done.
Oh, someone got really good.
Matilda.
Natural 20.
And Dave gets a 22. Jomin, have you? Yep, you've rolled. So let's see. Tazaki, Boohurt, Jomin, Dave, and Matilda. So that's all 5 of you have rolled. All of them have rolled. So the encounter begins as he flings his forwards. You at the back can't really see exactly what happens, but as he flings his hand forwards, you see arcane energy. You see that he's definitely cast a spell on Boohurt, and Boohurt freezes momentarily. And it is up to the first person in initiative, which is you, Matilda. You are first.
Matilda moves forward to be with Boohurt.
Okay, that is
that
your
one
first.
action?
Yeah, it's your first action to move. How many? How you were there, right?
If I was at the top of T junction,
That's 25 feet gets you to there. And
then
25
I'll
feet
try
is your speed, right?
I'll tell Boohurt to duck.
20 feet
Oh,
speed.
your speed is 20 feet, so you wouldn't be able to get to there. You could say get to there, just above Tazaki.
Yeah.
There would probably be, I'd say by there, which is its own space.
And then I might throw one of my javelins over.
Yeah, you can throw a javelin. What's the range on your javelins?
Or throw a spear even.
Or your spear, what's the range on it?
20 feet.
Okay, you can still throw it at him. With the range, it just means that it'll be slightly less to hit. It'll be range increments. So range in.
I might move forward an extra 20 then.
You wanna move? Okay, so you are your second action to move forwards.
And then
Again?
I'll try and attack with a short sword.
Okay, so did you draw your sword? Initiative. So remember, you guys can draw a weapon when the initiative begins, unless you're
I
taken
haven't
by
done that yet.
surprise. But you need to tell me if you're doing that. So I'll let drop this one. So if you want to have a weapon drawn,
Yeah,
you gotta
I'll take
draw
out
it in the
short
thing.
sword.
I think
Oh,
many
I
people
was
like.
taking it out as soon as the light was around the corner.
Yeah,
Right,
that
I
many
think
of us
someone's
had our weapons at the ready before. I don't think some of us might not have actually clicked on the sheet though.
Yeah, well, you just if you want to have a particular weapon drawn, have it drawn now. So, Joman, you'll need to
Yeah, I'll have
choose
the short
whether
sword
you've
drawn.
got your warhammer or your short sword, unless you had both drawn beforehand. But it's something that's important because obviously, otherwise, so obviously, if you have multiple weapons, you need to know what you've got drawn at what time because it's not like obviously in the middle of battle you can't just suddenly change from wielding a short sword to wielding a big two-handed great hammer without actually spending the time to redraw one.
Yeah.
There are certain
Is like when we
weapons that
left
I
the
think
field, as soon
could
as we
be.
saw the light or
Pardon?
the cultist's torch, I took out the short sword to see who it was.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you were drawing a short sword. That Buhert, Tazaki, and Jomin. What weapons have you guys got?
I've got my sword and shield.
Your sword and shield.
And I have my gun out.
Okay, so your javelin is sheathed, yeah, Buhert?
I still have my javelins out.
Okay, so that should be sheathed. Tazaki's got the gun. And what about Jomin? Sure, yeah. So what weapon are you gonna have actually in your hands at the moment, Jomin? What weapon are you gonna have in your hands right now? Your short sword? Okay, so the warhammer sheath, you've got your short sword. Okay. So, sorry for the little interruption, but go ahead, Matilda. So you've moved twice, so you're up to the cultist.
Then I'll take and I do a melee strike with the short sword.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack. A 22 to hit. That will hit. So you can go ahead and roll, then that's 3 points of piercing damage to the cultist. So you run up, you strike, and he's not prepared for the little mouse to be just strike at him with this sword, and he's very much taken aback and gets injured by it. Only a slight cut, but you know, he definitely seems taken aback. So that is, yep, that's your 3 goes. That is your turn, which makes it Dave's turn. And Dave has 30 feet of speed. And Jomin, could you make me a perception check, please? Well, Dave will also need to make a perception check that I will make for him. So I say, okay. So let's see if Dave also succeeds. Right, so Dave doesn't succeed, but you do, Jomin, and you do hear the footsteps of the person running away. They're echoing down the tunnels, are also echoing from the tunnels down this way, down below you. So it's echoing from both directions, meaning that wherever he's running, it seems to loop around back to where you are here. Now, Dave doesn't hear that, but Dave goes... Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He has 30 feet of speed because he's fast. With his first action. And, oh yeah, so Dave runs up. And he will rage. So he runs up and rages. Alright, rage effect, rage. There we go. And then he continues to run past Buhert and Matilda up this way.
And that will make the end of Dave's turn. As the spellcaster who cast a spell at Boohurt, he will cast another spell. He reaches out towards Dave as he casts a spell, and I should be. I do want to. Needs to be private GM. It doesn't matter. Let's see. You touch clear. The target must attempt a Fortitude save. So he reaches out and touches Dave as Dave runs up, and Dave must make a Fortitude saving throw, which he fails, I'm afraid to say. So he is afflicted with... So, we deal 1d4 piercing damage. So Dave takes 1 point of piercing damage, which I don't believe he has any resistance to piercing damage or anything while raged. Just do additional damage on melee strikes, -1 penalty to AC, can't concentrate. Yeah, thought so. So Dave takes 1 point of damage, and he is inflicted with... he is poisoned, essentially. He is inflicted with a particular poison. Wait, do I not have a thing for poisoned? Drain, doom, deafen, dying. Remember, it's controlled, confused. There's no effect for poison, so let's just put it under persistent damage, I guess. Right. Oh no. Okay. Forget about that. But let's see. Stage 1. Okay. So he is enfeebled 1, and he takes 1d4 poison damage on his turn, I believe. Spider venom. It's poison's always a bit weird, but I believe you take the damage on your turn. So he is poisoned currently. Dave is. For 4 rounds. That is that guy's first action, or no, that's 2 actions for him. He then steps back using the step. Do you have... No, you don't have opportunity attack. He's going to 10, 15. Take a step back as the magic caster begins walking backwards, keeping an eye on you all after casting his spell at Dave. Jomin, it is your turn. You can see the battle going on up ahead, and you can hear the footsteps echoing from the tunnels behind. So you know that wherever the dude who's running away is going, it's somewhere back that way, but you don't know where. What would you like to do? It is your turn. Yeah, you want to move? So you want to move downwards? Okay. So you can go ahead. You have 25 feet of movement per action, so you can go ahead and move yourself. So you want to move? Oh, you want to move that way, do you? Yeah. Which way do you want to move? Oh. So you started here, right? Which direction are you wanting to move? So you want to move move in that direction. Okay. Okay. Is there a reason you want to move in that direction? You can if you want to. The footsteps were coming from down, so down this way. So you started by there, so if you wanted to move towards the footsteps, as you started by there, you could move straight down for 50 feet, which would get you... So you could get down to here, right to the bottom, and to here. The footsteps are coming from this way, so 2 actions would get you to this spot here. 1 action would get you to to where you are now. So 1 action gets you there. 2 actions will get you there if you want. Okay, so how many actions are you going to use on this movement? Two. Okay, so you can keep moving down to... If you're going again as close to the footsteps as you want, as you can, then 2 actions will get you to there. So as you move down there, you can see up ahead of you, because you have the shiny light, you can see a bit further. It does get dark and it's hard to see, but it does look like there's an intersection along. Yeah, the light thing isn't really... The view isn't, obviously, doesn't look quite how it should, how the light should. It's something I'm messing with. So you can just about see down at the end, there's definitely an intersection further down. You have 1 action left. If you... What would you like to do with your last action? You can keep moving if you want. Or you can use it for something else. Yeah, so you'll be able to get to here. Not all the way over to there, but you can get to here. Because you have, 25 feet of movement. So as you rush up towards where the footsteps are coming from, you get that far. And you can definitely hear the footsteps coming from up ahead of you now. You can hear how what's the word? How loud they are. A fun thing as well is you do have for future turns. Remember, you do have a spell that lets you move faster if you cast it. You do have the Athletic Rush spell, and that's might be useful in a chase situation. So that's the end of your turn. The guy with the torch who has been stabbed at by Matilda, well, it's his turn now. And first of all, after being stabbed by Matilda, he becomes frenzied. He grits his teeth, and with a yell of cultist rage, he strikes at Matilda with his dagger. Gain a 19. What does that defeat your armor class, Matilda? What is your armor class? Your armor class is a 19, in fact. So that will be high enough to damage you. So Matilda, you take 9 points of damage from the dagger as he strikes at you. He then attempts to strike at the raging Dave in front of him. He hits Dave. for and also 9 points of damage. So both Matilda and Dave take that damage. Have you dealt the damage to your token, Matilda?
Hang on, how much damage was it?
9 points of
Okay.
damage.
I'm just adding that now.
Okay. And for his final attack, he throws the dagger at Buhurt, attempting to full on just yeet it at you. I'm assuming an 11 does not hit.
No, that does not.
That definitely does not hit. So he then throws the dagger trying to hit you, Buhurt, and it sails past your head and clatters. He is a very angry cultist. And it is your turn.
Excellent. Who was the which one of them just threw the dagger at me?
The guy just in front of you, just in front of Matilda.
Perfect. I'm gonna have to move in order to hit him, aren't I?
Yeah, you can move up to there, or I
Can
think
I
you might
flank
be able to
around
squeeze
behind him, or
you're not going to be able to squeeze past behind him because I think you can only move. Yeah, you can only squeeze. You can squeeze up. This is essentially a tunnel big enough for 2 side by side, so you can squeeze up along the top row of squares, but not the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So you
So
can
yeah,
get to there.
That's movement. So that's one action, and then I'm gonna hit him and get my revenge.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
I'm just gonna do a regular attack.
That's a 14 to hit, which unfortunately does not hit. Unless you want a hero point, that is not hit. You can use a hero point if you want.
How much health does this guy have?
He's only been nicked by Matilda.
Okay, I will use a hero point and re-roll that. I know I've got another action, but
Well, the hero points are there to be used, and you may as well use at least one a session since you get one every session. That's fine. You get a fresh hero, at least what you gain 1 hero point every session, so you may as well at least use one.
how do I get rid of a hero point? There we go.
Yeah, if you just right-click the roll and press re-roll with hero points, it should also do it. Now it's a 23. That's much better, and that will indeed hit him. That will be a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, max damage.
Right. You swing your sword at him with 2 hands from around the corner, striking downwards, really striking over Matilda's head, and you slash at him pretty badly, and you cut a sizable slash into his chest. It's not quite deep enough to kill, but it is a very bad wound. You have 1 action left.
I strike again.
Okay, go ahead, make an attack, multi-attack. Uh, 12 will not hit.
I don't want to use too many hero points, so I'll let that one miss.
Well, that is the end of your turn then. At the end of your turn, your frightened condition does go down by 1, and you are no longer frightened. Tazaki, it is your turn.
Alright, so first, Tazaki just remembered he forgot to load up his gun after the previous fight.
Did you forget to reload?
Yes.
Okay, well, so your pep
So
box,
does
you
that
can you can take all 3
I can
actions
take
to
one.
reload it completely, or you can reload 1 bullet for 1 action.
Are you sure? Because my pepper box has capacity 4.
Yes, you can use one action to load one bullet, or you can spend your entire turn to fully load it. Unless you have a quick
So
loader,
3
which lets
actions.
you. If you have a quick loader, that lets you load it completely for one action, but you do not have a quick loader.
You are aware of where your math breaks down, right?
No, yeah, it's a case of.
You have 3 turns.
Yeah, it's a case of using your entire
Capacity
turn to fully load, no matter what its capacity is.
Okay.
So you can spend one action per bullet, or you can use your entire turn to fully load it. That's how it works.
Alright, so... Okay, thanks for clarifying. So Zach will take 2 turns to load up the gun by 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use the 3rd turn to attempt to shoot at the cultist.
So go ahead and make a attack roll. A 24 will hit. So go ahead and roll damage. That's your pepper box only does 1d4 points of damage. 4 damage, really? 1d4 piercing. Is that all the pepper box does?
Let's see. Filtration. The fail.
Oh yeah, 1d4, but
dice
fatal
size,
d8. It's a pretty weak weapon.
Dice size.
Right, yeah. It's a fairly weakish gun. Wait, is it really only 1d4? I thought it was a d6.
Yeah, the fatal trait includes dice size, so yeah, it would be fatal d1. So on a
yeah, it is 1d4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you fire, you load 2 bullets in quickly and fire, and you manage to just about scrape the guy. The gunshot echoes out throughout the cavernous hallway.
Yay! Hearing damage.
Throughout, the gunshot echoes throughout the tunnels. And that is your turn, which makes it this guy's turn, who is going to... What's your speed? Your speed is 25. So... Jomin, you see one of the cultist runs past at the end of the intersection just ahead of you. He looks, he sees you, and as he sees you, he runs down past that way. Does he have any? Do you actually have any ranged weapons, dude? No, not really. He runs down past as he sees you and continues running. As far as you can hear, you hear his footsteps. Matilda. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Private GM mode, that should change. Hooray! Just ignore that. There we go. Okay, Matilda, is your turn. What would you like to do?
Keep forgetting that I'm muted. I'm going to use the short sword again and try and strike with that.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Right. So you strike forwards with the short sword, and where Boohurt slashed across the guy's chest, you're able to just stab in right under his guard, and you stab him in the heart. He crumples to the floor, very much dead. As your first turn, you have your first action, you have 2 actions remaining, and he is dead.
Well done.
I move forward towards the corrupted priest.
Yep, and you can move 5, 10, 15, yep, 20, so you can get up to there.
And then I'll throw one of my. Oh wait, I'll take out one of my spears for the last action.
Yep. Okay, so you move forwards. You also you have your spells and your cantrips and stuff that you can
Oh yeah.
have, such as your Inspire Courage, which is essentially the biggest, the bard's best, one of their best abilities. It is very good.
Yeah.
Do you still want to draw your spear?
Actually no, I probably will do Inspire Courage actually.
Okay. So how are you going to inspire courage in your allies?
Probably like a hymn or something, or an incantation, a chant.
Okay. Like a cheerleader chant.
Not exactly cheerleader style. Just...
Right,
What's
okay.
the best way to describe it? Like
Like
a spell
like a
chanting thing.
Yeah,
Like a
like
spell
a sort of battle song.
Like,
Something like pick up your weapons and fight, my friends, and something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, okay. Well, go ahead, cast Inspire Courage. And yourself and all your allies within 60 feet of you. And it's duration 1 round. So, yourself and all your allies gain a Inspire Courage, as you all feel inspired by Matilda's battle hymn. And next up is, yeah, let's see, with 25 feet of movement. So, Dave is poisoned, so he is going to have to take 1d4 damage from the spider poison, and I believe he has to make the save at the end of his round. So Dave takes 2 points of poison damage, and he is enfeebled, which means to strength-based rolls and DCs included. Okay. So Dave moves up 10, 15. He moves up, taking a defensive position in front of Matilda, and punches or attempts to punch the cultist in front of him. And he, I believe a 22 is a hit. You can no longer, you can't see what I rolled, but he did indeed roll a 22 to attack, which does hit. So for damage, Dave deals 7 points of damage to the spellcaster as he punches at him. And after doing so, he's got the win, hasn't he? Yeah. So after doing that, Dave just talks to the Vin and he says, Now, Engie. Engie? Was it Engie or Engie? It was Engie, wasn't it? The Vin's name. Engie. Now, Engie. As he, after punching the guy, he holds out his hand and whoosh, a tendril lashes out from the Vin at the guy. And it's roll. Let's see, what is it? It's 1d20 plus 14.
He gets 18 to hit the guy, which I believe just hits. Yes. So he's going to do 2d8 plus 4 damage. So he deals Dave deals that much damage to the priest as NG lashes out a tendril that strikes the guy, and this spellcaster seems pretty taken aback by the, magic ring lashing out at him with a tendril, and it sort of cries out in fright for a second. Oh yeah, Dave then just has to make a fortitude save. So he makes the roll, and if he gets 20 or more, then he's free from the poison. Ooh, a 15. That is a failure. So with a failure from the fortitude save, he will. That does cause the poison to get worse. In fact. Unfortunately for him, that is his turn, and the priest, the corrupted, the dude, the cultist. Range 30 feet. In the square where it first appears, each creature. In the square where it first. Right, you can only have one creature. Actually, the cultist raises his hands and, pointing at Dave, summons. Would it be a Dave? Wow, Dave's the one punching him right now. So, pointing at Dave, he summons what seems to be a sphere of fire. That appears on where Dave is and around Dave and swirls around, and it's rolled into another square within range to each creature in that square. So he has essentially made a little fireball here in Dave's square. It only catches Dave, so it doesn't actually catch. It only catches the person in the middle square. It's like a little fireball. If I can just draw a circle. That's it. And Dave is going to have to make a roll, as it appears, a reflex save. Which he does fail by, I am afraid. So Dave is going to take some damage. 11 points of damage to Dave. So you can see Dave definitely seems to be in a little pain as this just ball of fire appears and strikes him. A small ball of fire just appears around him and swirling around, and it does strike him. Burns. It's essentially, it sits on the floor. It's not floating. It's like a ball of fire about the size of like a beanbag, and he appears, and Dave is essentially standing in it. So he tries to jump out of the way, and his legs get fairly badly burnt.
So a flaming bowling ball.
Essentially, yes. And the cultist then places a hand to his chest, and you can see the sort of slightly the burn marks left behind by NG's tendril begins to heal slightly as he appears to be healing himself. As the burn marks that NG left do fade away and heal.
And next up... Right. Jomin, do you Jomin, it is your turn. What would you like to do? It's up to you. You wanna... Okay, so what? You wanna cast the spell to give you more speed? Okay, well that spell under your spell sheets is the Athletic Rush, which is one of your focus spells. So it will take one of your key points, well, or one of your focus points, not key points. But it will give you a variety of benefits. It will give you a +2 to athletics checks, and as part of the action used to cast it, you can also move while you cast it. It is very good for gain speed. So you cast that upon yourself, and you may get a free movement when you cast it, when you first cast it, which means you can now move up to 35 feet. So you can now move 35 feet as part of casting the spell. It means you can essentially get all the way to here as 35 feet. And that's your first action. You have 2 more actions. It's a pretty good spell for when you want to chase something. Like, amazingly good. You got 2 actions left. You can move again? Yeah, you can move again. So you could go 5, 10, 15. 20 would get you to there. And then you could go 25, 30. You can get 35 will take you right to there, only a little bit behind the guy. And as you do, you notice, you'll notice just at the end of the hallway, you can see other figures that appear to be starting to move around the corner towards the guy to check out the commotion. You can realize that he is running towards other people. You have 1 action left. What would you like to do? With your final action. Yeah, he is unfortunately just a bit too far for your sword. He is not quite within range of your sword, unfortunately. You could move towards him again if you want, but you can see that there are other people down there. You can also start moving away if you wanted. You want to move up towards him, do you? Yep, okay, so you move up right up to him with your final action. This guy dead, which makes it this guy. And you hear more footsteps coming from around the corner. Boohurt, it is your turn.
How far away is that spellcaster?
The spellcaster is currently 30 feet from you.
I got 25 movement speed.
Yep. So you can get within melee range of him without a problem. With one
Okay,
action.
yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
I'll run up beside Dave for one action. And slash down at the cultist.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
It's just loading.
A 27 to hit. That is a high roll, and in fact, yeah, that is a critical hit.
Excellent.
So, go ahead and roll your critical damage, and I shall roll a critical hit card. So, 24 critical hit damage, first of all. So he takes straight in that, and critical hit deck. And what type of damage did you deal? Was it slashing? Okay.
Slashing, yeah.
Okay, deal normal damage to one of the target's weapons. He doesn't actually have any... Oh, he does have weapons on him. So he has a scimitar and a trident on his side. You can deal damage to one of his weapons.
What, one of the weapons that he's holding?
That he has on him. Just, you can damage one of the weapons, even the sheathed ones.
What two weapons are they?
A scimitar and a trident.
That's interesting. I'll choose to damage the trident.
Okay. I don't actually know how much health the trident has. It doesn't say. But roll a normal damage for your weapon, for that weapon, and see how much damage it is.
So 1d8.
Yep. 1d8 plus 5. $11 damage, so you pretty sure the trident will be pretty badly damaged. Yeah, we're gonna assume that's enough to you do see like part of the trident's the shaft of the trident splinters as you strike down, cleaving right through this guy's side. Blood splatters, and you can see he has been very badly injured by just that one attack, and you still have one action left.
Is he not dead yet? Don't worry,
not dead
I'll
yet.
put you out of your misery.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Normal damage this time, but still damage. Seven points of damage. He's still up and still alive, but you are slowly you are getting past his defenses and slowly opening up cuts across his body.
Why won't you die already?
Why won't you?
I can't die. I serve death.
That's a bit presumptuous. With that, it's the end of your turn. And it is Tazaki's turn. Tazaki.
So Tazaki will once again go ahead and shoot at this dude.
That dude is dead.
Okay. He's dead.
Hence the large skull
So-
over his token.
I don't see it. I don't see the large skull.
Right, it's hard to see because he's very glowy. There is another dude that you could
see.
shoot at the end. He is just within your range.
Alright, yeah, I'll shoot at that end guy.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
I am hero pointing that.
Go ahead. That's what hero points are there for. They are there to be used. A 15. That unfortunately does not hit. So you fire. Ching! The gunshot rings out once again. Jomin, as
Once
you hear
again,
this gunshot
definitely
ring out,
yes.
you hear cries of, "Hey, it's coming from that way!" From down below, where you can see shadows beginning and people beginning to emerge. Your bullet just ricochets off the wall, pings through the sewers somewhere. You don't know where it comes to land. But yeah, it's your first action, and that does miss.
And that's also all of the bullets out, so I will load it up.
Okay, you load up your bullets once again.
Oh,
Also,
many
yeah,
would-
if you're
that be
doing
2 bullets per minute, or?
yeah, so you've used 2 bullets. You're on 14 bullets now. The fin automatically uses up your ammo when you roll the attack.
Yeah.
So if you are going to re-roll a ranged attack from something that consumes ammo, use the right click and re-roll instead of rolling again, because it will consume extra
I
ammo.
did try.
Yeah,
I
it's a
did
bit
bring up
weird.
the
It's a bit
second.
weird and finicky. It doesn't always bring up the option. So you're gonna just load up 2 more bullets.
Yep, loading it up.
Okay. Brings it to the guy that Jomin is chasing. As you catch up to him, Jomin, he swings round and slashes a dagger at you. Just shouts, "Leave me alone!" A 13, however, I am certain does not hit you, as your armor class is... What is your armor class again? 18. He slashes at you once, he slashes at you a second time in the hopes of hitting you, and neither strike actually hits. But he slashes once again just out of pure desperation. And in fact, that time, he gets a critical fail, I'm pretty sure. Because, what's your armor class again? It's 18, right? So, yeah. So, as he slashes at you, he just slashes. He's panicking and screeching and slashing at you. He fumbles badly. And as he's slashing at you, he basically, and sort of, it seems like he gets a bit turned around as he then, after his final swing at you, he kind of slightly slips on the spot and he bangs his head against the edge of the tunnel, and just he's panicking and seemingly confused as well now that he's whacked his head on the side. He has now gone the confused condition, which also makes him flat-footed. And he attacks wildly. He doesn't treat anyone as his ally, so he might just attack random people. "Oh dear, you're alright," says Jomin. He's like, "What the..." It's also quite dark for him, apart from and the only light is coming from your hand. So he's basically blinded and panicked and confused right now. And he's just lashing out wildly, like, Who says that? I can't see with this damn light! Yep, please relax indeed. He definitely seems like that knock on the head has scrambled his wits a little. And that is the end of his turn. That is all he managed to do. Matilda, it is your turn.
Well, I'll get one of my spears out.
Okay, so you draw
For my
one of your
first
spears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you draw a spear with your first action.
Oh, I already got one held.
Oh yeah, it was unsheathed, although it shouldn't have been, but... So you draw a spear with your first action. Second action?
Then I throw it at the priest.
Go ahead, make the attack.
Reverse melee strike. There we go, ranged strike. Oh,
Do you wish to hero point that?
yes I do.
Okay, go ahead and hero point it.
How do I do that? Is it
Um,
like again? Roll again?
I mean, the right clicking on the thing doesn't appear to be working, so just roll it again and remove a hero point from your sheet, which I can do.
That's better.
That is better. So I've removed the hero point. 20 will hit, so go ahead and roll damage. 4 damage. You throw the spear just around the side. For a second, it looks like it's going to miss, but then it sort of ricochets off as Dave is in the way, and it's hard to throw. But then it sort of skitters off the wall of the sewer and like ricochets into the guy, and spears right through his heart. And he, as he falls to the ground dead, his little flaming sphere also disappears. He is dead. You have 1 action left. You can start to hear some sounds coming from around and down below.
Matilda goes towards where the action is from.
Yeah. So you can move up 20 feet. So I think 20 feet gets you 5, 10, 15, gets you here.
Was this the way that Jomin was heading?
Jomin headed down. As you get up to there, though, you can very well see around the corner. You can see the light cast by Jomin coming from down there.
Okay. Yeah.
And that means that that's the end of your turn. And someone... Jomin, you see someone dressed in armor comes around the corner at the bottom and runs up towards you and does run up towards you and lash at you with a spear. Oh. And does, I am afraid to say, hit. So with a critical hit. So I need, you are going to take some damage. So you take 16 points of piercing damage. And to cast spells with, so as he stabs at you and actually slashes your cheek with the spear. And as he does, it hurts a lot. And blood fills your mouth, and you do currently you're going to slightly struggle to speak. You will need to succeed at a check to cast spells with a verbal component. He has pierced your cheek with his spear. Another person runs up behind, but isn't able to really squeeze past them in order to get to you, and is just sort of there. Your BRB, that's okay. Oh, what's that noise? Okay. So, next up is Dave. And Dave will run forwards 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I believe he has 30 feet of movement. Because he's Dave. Yeah. So Dave runs forwards. He sees Jomin in trouble and obviously wants to go help his friend. And he starts making his way down towards Jomin. This guy is, well, dead, which makes it this person who 15, 20, 25. Oh, there's some background noise coming from someone's mic. That's... Archer runs up down at the bottom and drawing a bow. It's a difficult area to shoot in, but drawing a bow, she does attempt to make a shot at Dave. And succeeds in hitting for 9 points of damage to Dave. What's less effective at close distances? So that's what that is. And she steps back and takes cover behind the wall. Another guy, you can see it, well, those who are down there can see that there essentially seems to be a fair amount of cultists coming from around the corner and moving up towards Jomin and Dave. How luckily for Jomin, it's very much like a choke point, and they can't really all get to Jomin at the same time. Will be Jomin's turn when Jomin is back. So just give it a moment for them to get back. Yeah, did you guys think it would be as easy as just three people?
No.
It almost was, if the guy running had been stopped or caught before he ran, and if there were no gunshots, then you very well could have gone away with just 3.
I mean, Tazaki, he loves to deafen people. He loves to do permanent hearing damage to people.
Do remember that some of you guys have battle medicine and can heal people in the middle of battle. It will be useful. Especially if people are taking some heavy damage in the middle of battle. Battle medicine is very useful for a reason. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And battle medicine can be used... No, you have battle medicine. Someone else has it as well, I think. I'm pretty certain someone else... I think Jomin has it. And battle medicine is separate from a normal treat wounds, so you can battle medicine someone and treat wounds to that same person in the same length of time. So you can battle medicine them and then do a treat wounds right after the combat ends, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Once you battle medicine someone, they are immune to battle medicine for one day. So you can only battle medicine someone once a day. But in the middle of combat, when health is getting low, it's a good thing to do, as well as obviously drinking healing potions and casting heal spells. It's very useful. But yeah, you can battle medicine someone, and then after combat ends, also treat wounds. And treat wounds, you're only immune to for an hour once it's done. And part of that hour is indeed the time that you spend doing the treat wounds as well. So realistically, once you finish treat wounds, it's just 50 minutes before they can be treated again. Like Boo Hurt, you have 39 minutes remaining before you can be treat wounds again. But you can battle medicine yourself.
Okay.
Is Jomin back yet? I don't know if he is. I don't think so. Hold on, we'll just give it a few minutes. In the meantime, please remember to check out Macmillan Cancer Support, who are an amazing charity group who do amazing work. Like, seriously, yes, exactly. You can go below the video to donate to Macmillan Cancer Support because they are seriously amazing. They, for anyone who really doesn't know what they do, they essentially help people living with cancer, both and cancer survivors in words. Essentially help them to be comfortable, help them, I think they also, I don't know, I don't think they directly do anything related to treatment, but they help both the people with cancer and their families with support, emotional support, making them comfortable, and that kind of stuff. It's very, very much important thing. I think they might also put some money towards research. I can't remember, but they are a very important charity, and it's well worth you know, giving them something. And you're back. Oh, it's okay, gentlemen. You are back in time. It is your turn. So there are 4 people all towards you. There's also an archer. It's starting to get a bit dangerous down where you are. There's quite a few people here in front of you with hostile intentions. It is your turn. It's pretty dangerous. Dave is just behind you and has moved up. What would you like to do? It's getting pretty dangerous down here. Remember, retreat is always an option. You would like to use Divine Lance. Who would you like to use your Divine Lance on? Out of these guys in front of you. The one that you've been attacking so far? Okay. Go ahead, make an attack. A 24 to hit. That is almost a critical hit. It's still a normal hit, so congratulations. Go ahead and roll damage. 9 damage. So you blast forwards and strike the guy with the Divine Lance and blasting him. He should take damage. What do you mean he takes no damage? Unaffected by... Right. It thinks he should be unaffected by good damage. Well, he is not. So let me just here we go. Now will he take damage? There we go. Now he takes it. It's just because his alignment was set to neutral instead. But we don't play alignment here. So you blast him right in the chest as he's swinging about with confusion, and he definitely stumbles back and doesn't really know what hit him as you essentially blast this light out of your lit up glove and just like a beam. You have 2 actions, or is it 1 action left? Divine Lance is 2 actions. So you have 1 action left. What would you like to do? You can retreat if you wish. There's nothing wrong with retreating. It is up to you what would you would like to do, but you've got 1 action. You wanna use magic weapon costs 2 magic weapon costs 2 actions to use, I am afraid, so you're not going to be able to use magic weapon right now, unfortunately. Spiritual weapon is also 2 actions. one action things you could do would perhaps be things like, yeah, retreating. Are you going to? How far do you want to retreat? To your full movement? Do you just want to sprint back past Dave, or are you gonna stick near Dave, close to Dave? How far would you like to retreat? Okay, how many spaces back are you gonna go? Yeah. Okay. Well, you can move yourself back to whichever space you go to. As you jump back, the one guy who struck you with the spear before does attempt to strike you again, but misses. Okay, yeah. Technically, I should have made you roll a check to see if you cast Divine Weapon properly because of the cheek wound, but that's my bad for forgetting, so there you have that one. So you move back. As you move back and move past Dave, the guy tries to stab you, but misses. And that makes it someone else's turn, who is going to just... Another guy runs up and joins the pack. If any of you had AoE spells, that would essentially be the perfect place to use them. I don't think anyone does. Another dude runs up and with the back of the pack. You can see the cultists are getting very annoyed at having such close quarters, and they're finding it very hard to actually move forwards. Boohurt, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
How many how far away am I from Joman?
Well, you should be able to see on the map. You can see you're there, you're up here, and Jomin is all the way down here. He's a fair distance away.
Yeah, so I
15, 20,
do we...
25, 25. So he's essentially three in whole movements away. So he's 75 feet away from where you are now.
So even sprinting full out and not make it down there.
Nope. Jomin, however, would be able to make it up to you if he chose to, because he's got super speed right now. Oh no, wait. How long does Athletic Burst last? Because his speed's gone down, so I think he only lasts for... Athletic Rush lasts for 1 round. But it gives you super movement for that 1 round. It is pretty useful. Right, so...
Okay,
Yeah, he's fairly far
there's
away.
no other... Yeah, there's no other cultists nearby, it's just the ones that Joman's
Yeah, you
dealing
can't
with.
see any up here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can't
I'm
even
gonna...
currently see where Jomin is, but you hear and the commotion coming from down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run down as far as I can.
Yep, so you can make it essentially 25 feet would take you to there, and then you'd have another 50 feet because of your movement.
So
25 feet would take you to just under the T-junction. Or the X-junction, I guess you would call it. The crossroads, that's it. Is your fin...
Having some technical difficulties, I've clicked and it's just taking me to like the very edge of the map. There we go.
Yeah. So, yeah, 25 would get you there, and then you'd have 50. If you want to use 2 more move actions, you'd be able to get like all the way down to next to Jomin, which would be 50 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna sort of run up. Joman, I'm here. Retreat.
Yeah, you run up, and gentlemen, you see Bluehurt shouts that out and runs up behind you, looking at no injured. You all, most of you, other than Tazaki, you've all suffered a few injuries, and even Tazaki has suffered a couple. You get down, and that is the end of your turn. As yet another new person joins the group, moving up towards you guys through the sewer. Very much it's a large little block of people. Tazaki. It's your turn. Everyone else is running down. What are you gonna do?
Zaki will also run down there with them.
Okay, you're gonna move just as quick as you can.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you've got 75 feet essentially if you use all your actions on movement, so you can essentially get to there, 65, 70. You can you can get down to that spot there. If you cut the corner where Matilda is, you can get down to there. You could also run back try and circle round the other way, but you have no clue if that's going to be longer or not.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
Okay, well,
So
you can
to
go
here.
ahead and move yourself.
So I run,
Yep, and you'd essentially, when you
cut
cut the
in
corner, you'll end up there to finish off.
Yeah.
Yep, that looks about right. So, the guy that was blasted and was blasted by Jomin. Ooh, he gets to make a check to see if he can break out of the confusion. One S20. No, I want a D20, not an S20. That isn't a fin. Well, actually, it is a fin. It's a phone. He is still confused. So he is still very confused, and he lashes at the closest guy to him, which is in fact the guy that stabbed Jomin in the face. And he lashes out at that guy wildly, and almost critically hits. I'm not even kidding. But unfortunately, it's just a normal hit. So he deals damage to the guy, who then shouts out, "What are you doing, you idiot?" as he is just lashing out wildly. He then slashes at the guy behind him before slashing at the guy that he just attacked once again. And in fact, I think both of those are critical fails. He critical failed 2 times this turn against his own people. Just take a moment to let that sink in. He critically failed against his own people 2 times this turn. So, the second time, okay, and the first critical fail will... this is the first time I think that we've ever had an enemy even attack another enemy, never mind critically fail to attack at 2 enemies. That's gotta be an achievement. Right, so first, as he strikes at the first of his friends, you think he twists him, because as he strikes, he yells out in pain, and it looks like he's sprained something. He is currently clumsy. He is now currently has the clumsy condition, which means his AC is lower and stuff. And as he then swipes a second time, the guy that he stabbed just grabs his hand and snatches the dagger out of his hand and pushes him away. He has now been disarmed and he is clumsy, and he is still just swinging with his fists. He has no idea what is going on. He is essentially concussed, disarmed, and he has sprained his arm. This all happening to this one guy. Matilda, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'll head over to the priest and retrieve my spear first.
Yep. Okay. So let's see. You'd probably be able. So you are retrieve your spear from the priest's body, yeah?
Yeah.
Whereas from where you are, where you've moved to right now, it would take 2 actions to get, because you'd have to have an action to move to him and an action to retrieve the spear. If you wish to do that, that will take up 2 of your actions.
Yeah, I'll do that for now because I'll probably be able to use it next go.
Okay, so you move up to him, you retrieve the spear, you've got 1 action left.
I then make my way down.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, you can make your way. Go ahead.
Because I went over here first time.
Yeah,
So it'd be
you
down
were
here.
you were here, and then you'd have had to move back to there to grab the spear.
Yeah.
So then you can.
Let me stop at that space to go.
Pardon?
Oh, don't do this.
Is it not doing what I should? Is something going wrong?
I keep dragging it to the space I want to go. but-
Because it appears that everybody else has been kicked out or is reloading. Try reloading in. It does appear as though everybody has been booted, having to reload, or
Okay.
everybody
I'll try that.
is reloading on my screen. So there we go. Now you should be back in. Bunny, you and Swords will probably need to reload as well. Okay. There we go. And it should then. Are you loaded in?
It's taking a while, but yeah. I
Yeah.
know it takes a while to load.
I'm assuming. Do you just want to move down the pipe? Essentially,
Yeah.
and down. So I can move you if you wish, as far as you can go.
Thanks. Yes, please.
So that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20. You will draw level with Tazaki.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's
Nice
kind of
level.
moved you out of the wall. You can't move out the wall, but you should be able to squeeze along, unless I configure the walls weirdly at this point. Okay, it's trying to move you through the wall.
Or is it the thing where I have to go to the corner then down in 2 goes?
Pardon?
Is it where I have to go to the corner and down rather than just in 1 action?
Maybe, yeah. So you can essentially end up right behind Zaki, just because it won't let us. It's not letting us move you into the other wall. This
Yeah.
pipe is slightly narrower than the other pipes.
Mhm.
So one of the guy who has just been stabbed by his own dude has his turn up next, and he, in fact, before moving up towards Dave, he does actually before moving up towards Dave, he's going to make a strike at his own dudes to just knock him out because he's being a pain. He hits. So he wastes his action to punch his own dude in the face with the butt of his spear, and he does it. The guy reels back and immediately just starts lashing out at him again. So he is going to do it a second time because this guy just stabbed him. Oh my goodness. Oh no, it's not a critical fail, but it was almost a critical fail. As he misses again, he decides that guy is not worth it, and he moves up to confront Dave. Because oh my goodness, it's just ridiculous. Unfortunately, for them, the rest of these cultists aren't really able to move past the guy who is lashing out. So they are stuck behind him at the moment, unable to actually move forwards. Which makes it Dave's turn.
I wish one of us knew Fireball.
And Dave technically should have made taken 1d4 damage from the fin previously.
If only one of us knew Fireball.
If only, eh? So this is just Dave's fortitude saving throw for the previously, which he succeeded on, so he's only enfeebled 1. He takes 1d4 damage at the start of this turn. So Dave did a poison. This is the 4th turn that Dave's had the poison, right? I think, or is it a 3rd? No, this is the 3rd turn that he's had the poison. So
Dave is really low on health.
He is.
Who sort of like shout at him to tell him to retreat with German.
Yeah. He will punch the guy because he has a punchy fist ready, and he does hit. So, right. So after the guy has been stabbed and he decides to he moves up ready to attack Dave, and before he can even raise his spear, Dave's fist just connects with his face, his head snaps back, and he crumples. NG, what's the range? I believe NG has, oh yeah, it's melee range. As the guy crumples, Dave... Does Dave have any healing potions on? Yes, he does. Dave retrieves the healing potion and chugs it. To heal 18 points of damage. The archer who is hiding around the corner does attempt to make an attack and does unfortunately get a critical hit on Dave.
All that health is about to disappear.
Dave takes 19 points of damage, which is 1 more than he healed for. And it's piercing because it's a arrow. So Dave is flat-footed until the end of his next turn. Oh, he does get to make a save to get over the poison on the end of that turn. So many stuff. Dave is no longer poisoned, however, though. So he has gone past the poison, but he has now been struck. So as he chugs the healing potion and gets it down, an arrow funks into his chest. He stumbles back a bit taken aback and hurt. As the archer does that, she then fires once more, this time over Dave's head, towards you, Boohurt, coming in from behind. Does a 24 hit you? What is your armor class?
18 or 19.
Okay, so you are hurt, you are hit, and you will take 6 points of damage.
Okay, I'll deal that now.
And she makes a final attack at the little halfling, which misses as a. This is why you don't this is why you don't push your luck making a 3rd attack, because she just got a critical fail. This is why you don't push your luck making 3rd attacks, because it's going to be so low that you're probably going to miss. So, as she attempts to then fire at Jomin, as the string slaps shut, you can see she flinches as though the drawstring of the bow has scraped her arm and injured her. She is now clumsy. She is now clumsy one. Essentially, she has. It looks like it's hard to tell, but it looks like the string of the bow caught her thumb as it released the arrow. It looks like her thumb was caught by the arrow as she fired that time, and the arrow just flies off. Like, it lands at your feet, but there's definitely blood on the arrow, and it's not yours. This guy attempts. He's going to attempt to take out the problem cultist. They don't have much love for each other, and he just jabs forwards to try and stab him. It doesn't really work, but he tries one more time. Do you want to know something? I think this is the most critical fails my NPCs have rolled in any session. So he's flat-footed until the end of his next turn. Yeah, that was another critical fail. I know that the critical fails are perhaps a bit more common in Pathfinder because it can happen even when you don't roll a nat 1. But critical successes can also happen when you don't roll a nat 1, and we don't get as many of those. The critical fails are so common. So...
Wait. Critical success, nat 1?
No. Critical success can happen without a nat 20, but critical fails become so 20, common here. So this guy has also now fumbled and has gotten a bit spun around and is in no way really knows what he's doing. These guys should be like a death squad coming to murder you lot, and they are just a mess. They are their own worst enemies at this point. You can see a couple of the ones at the back look like they're about to just desert and run away. Jomin, it is your turn. Quite a few of you are fairly injured at this point. There's definitely quite a lot of injuries. What would you like to do? It is your turn. Heal, yep. Okay. Who and what healing spell would you like to use? Remember, you can even do ranged do AoE healing to heal multiple people, if you so wish. Although if you were to do that, you'd probably want to move up a bit. If you want to do AoE healing, you probably want to move up a bit so that you don't catch the bad guys in it. If you want to catch only your friends, you could move up to there, and you would actually catch everyone other than Matilda if you moved up to there. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. No, if you move, you won't be able to do AoE healing, sorry, because AoE healing is 3 actions. So, if you move, you won't be able to AoE heal. There's a warning. You'll be able to use you could use ranged heal if you move. Or, the only enemy you'll be healing if you AoE heal from where you are is the one that's currently hitting his friends. So, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So, it's up to you what you want to do. What would you like to do? So if you can move up to there, but you won't be able to heal everybody, you'd have to wait until next turn to heal everybody. Because it costs 3 actions to do an AoE heal. So you could move up to there and you could do a ranged heal to heal someone. You could say if you were one space further down, you could ranged heal Dave or ranged heal Boohurt or whatever. But you won't be able to AoE heal. It's up to you exactly so what would you like to do? Yeah, so you range heal either Dave or Boohurt. So which one? Dave is currently the most hurt, I will say. Boohurt is directly in front of you. Dave is pretty badly hurt down there. Dave, okay. But you can go ahead and choose which healing spell you want to use. Either your, wow, second. In fact, that you have 2 second-level healing spells, so you can go ahead and cast either one of them. Yep, you don't even have to move down to Dave to heal him, but you can if you want. So, wait, so what exactly are you doing? Where do you want to move and who are you healing? You can heal from range, remember. Okay, so you're being by there? Okay, so if you want to do the range heal, you want to press the 2 button, the one with 2 symbols that says heal versus living. Okay, then go ahead and roll the healing. So that's 2d8 plus 16 healing. That is a lot of healing. How do you even? Oh yeah, because the 2 action heal is ridiculously amazing. It heals ridiculous amounts. So you step back, you jump behind Boohurt, and you hold out your hand, grasp your holy symbol, and this positive energy shines out and shoots out at Dave, and his wounds begin to knit close. The arrow pops out of his chest like Wolverine style, and most of his wounds heal up. You have healed him for 23 hit points. And you have done very well, and that is going to be the end of your turn. There, but that was indeed a very effective heal. There is a shout from the barracks as they say, as one of them shouts, "Go around, cut them off at the sides!" And one of them begins to retreat, move backwards, and disappears. Don't know where he's gone. Actually, no, you shouldn't be able to make it there. I forgot. There we go. You should make it to there, I think. Because it should be 5, 15. Oh yeah, yeah. Boohurt, it is your turn.
Okay. So I don't heal people. How does readying an action work?
Right. So readying an action in. I remember it's Finn. Ready an action rules. Ready. So it costs 2 actions to ready. You spend 2 actions and choose a single action or free action you can use and designate a trigger, and your turn ends, and if the trigger happens you can use it as you can do that as a reaction.
Okay.
So you spend 2 actions and it will end your turn. Ready in an action will.
Okay. So my battle medicine that'll take 1 action, won't it?
I believe so. Yes. I can check. Yeah, battle medicine takes 1 action.
Okay. What will heal me more, the health potions I've got or the battle medicine?
Let's see. So your healing potion, your lesser healing potion will heal 2d8 plus 5. The battle medicine will heal you for either 2d8 or 4d8. If you get a critical success, it'll be 4d8. If you get a normal success, it's 2d8. So.
Okay, I'll do battle medicine on myself.
Okay, so go ahead and use battle medicine and roll the medicine check.
Mm-hmm.
As you just quickly, just break off a strip of fabric and tie it around your worst wounds to stem the bleeding. Yeah,
I'm also while I'm bandaging myself up, I sort of want to sort of yell at Dave and Joman to retreat.
Okay, you
back
yell at him. Oh. That's not good. Right, so hold on. Let me just.
That's not good at all.
So you are
Can I
temporarily
hero
immune.
point?
You can hero point it, yes, if you would like to, because otherwise you are going to be dealing damage to yourself. So you can hero point and roll again if you wish.
I mean, might as well. You can't get any worse.
That is true. You cannot get worse. That is much better. So go ahead and heal. Do 2d8s to see how much you heal yourself for.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would have taken 1d8 damage. If you critically fail a treat wounds check, you deal 1d8 damage to the person you're medicining. Okay, you gain 5 hit points, and you are
No.
now temporarily immune
No, what?
to bowel medicine.
Okay. I'm
Oh.
going to.
It's
and then
something.
For the rest of my turn. Yeah. For the rest of my turn, I'm going to basically. People. Yeah, Dave can still run past me, can't he?
Your allies can, yes. As long as you're while you're there, there's enough space for them to get past. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sort of going to just ready myself to attack whoever steps within my reach. So any enemy that comes close to me is going to get a sword to the face.
Okay. So you can go ahead and apply the healing, and you ready that action. So it's 5 health that you recover, and this guy is gonna 25, 5. Tazaki, it is your turn.
Tazaki will run up. So for one turn, we'll run up to there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll run past these, or past so. To there.
Okay,
On the
so
edge
you
of
sort of
the
go
thing.
what 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-ish. Okay.
So 2 turns there, and then we'll use their pepper box, their gun.
Okay, what routes did you make to go down to there? That's just straight down and across like that?
So
I can't remember. Can you move through an ally's
So,
space?
to here. So I went through to here, and then here, and jumped to the side.
So you can move through the space of a willing creature. Yes. Okay. And I'm assuming you guys are willing to let each other move through your spaces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you move down, get to there, and you want to use the. Do you have any ammo loaded into your pepper box? 2 bullets, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Who are you shooting at?
this guy by here.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack. That does hit.
19.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, 4.
Okay, you fire and mildly injure a dude. And that is your turn, yeah?
Yep, that's my turn.
Remains it is the very unfortunate confused guy who makes. Well, he is confused. He just attacks randomly. He cannot cast spells. He attacks randomly and babbles incoherently and wastes his action. So he is just going to attack the closest people to him. So he attacks the guy that you just shot first. Misses. Then he attacks the other guy. And hits. So deals 6 points of damage to his ally. And then he attacks the guy you shot again, because this is what you do when you are confused. And he hits. He does successfully hit 2 out of 3 times while attacking his allies. And he is very much being a nuisance to his allies there, who are attempting to stop him. And he doesn't get to actually make a throw against the confusion until he takes damage. That's how the confusion works. You taking damage gives you a chance to make the throw. What made him clumsy? I don't know. I think he was. How long was he clumsy for? Meant to be clumsy for? I'm not sure. I think the clumsy would go away at the end of that turn. We're going to assume so. So that is literally his entire turn is spent attacking his allies. Matilda, it is your turn.
So I'd probably make my way down to everyone else's. So 5, 15, 20 for my first go. For the second action, I'd get to near Exominis.
Pardon? For your second action?
For my I go to where Exominis, so another 20 feet.
Okay. And your third action?
On the side.
Yeah, you'd have to be on the sides because you cannot end a movement in another person's space. So that's 2 actions. What about your last action?
Oh, apparently I can't control the map.
If you
The
right click,
final
you should be
action.
able to.
Yeah. I'll move Matilda down a little bit further. Whee. Not that far.
Oh, not that far. Where are you? You're all the way down there now.
That is way too far. That is way too far.
Here you go.
I can't get it in the middle. There we go.
So right.
Like down
Oh my goodness, where have you gone?
here towards Zaki and Dave.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so you end by there. And that's your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Right, so the guy Dave killed would have been next, but he cannot. This guy, these cultists are getting quite fed up of being attacked by their own guy, and he just stabs at him. And gets... How are they struggling? They've been injuring you guys pretty badly, but as soon as they have to fight one of their own guys, they just roll terribly. Like, I don't think these guys have managed to hit him at all. I don't really understand how this is happening. Okay, but after failing to hit him, he just yells out, "I've had enough of this! Retreat to the storeroom!" And runs backwards. Dave sort of looks like, Dave looks back at you guys, looks towards them. He runs forwards. And Dave punches first at the... Why is he flat-footed? Why is Dave... Oh yeah, Dave's flat-footed for this one turn. He punches first at the guy who's been stabbing everyone. He gets a 15 to hit, which actually does just hit. And deals 7 points of damage. So Dave punches and snaps the guy's neck. So he runs up, snaps the guy's neck as he runs past, and then punches at the other dude. Actually, no, he'll use NG on the other dude. And NG will attempt to attack. And gets a 32 to hit. So NG most definitely critical hits. This is the fun. This is what happens when you have powerful magic items. You just roll like insane amounts, and it's gonna be exciting for when Zell is actually here to roll these himself. So he is gonna be doing 4d8 damage now. He kills this guy instantly. NG's tendrils lash out, wrap around the guy, and you can smell burning flesh as the guy screams in pain and collapses to the floor. Is horrifying, to say the least. The archer, seeing this happen and having her turn next, does attempt to make a shot. However, how close are you? Okay, you're 35 feet away, so you're just in the correct range. So he would no longer be flat-footed. She does manage to hit him, barely, and deals 3 points of damage to Dave. And she then, similarly, like the rest of her allies, runs away. Which would make it Jomin's turn. Is Jomin back? I think Jomin had to pop away quickly. Yeah, you're back. There we go. I see that message. So, Jomin, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You would like to heal again. Okay, which heal would you like to use? With your final healing spell, which heal do you want to use? Second level. Yep, your second level heal. How many actions do you use on it? Are you gonna do the touch, ranged, or AoE heal? And yes, I very much agree. Don't forget to check out the charity. AoE heal. Okay, go ahead and cast your heal. And it will catch everyone except Dave, who has already been fairly well healed. So go ahead and do the bottom one, the free action heal. Which, yeah, essentially heals everyone in that. That will also include Tazaki, because he's in the range. So go ahead, make the roll. Roll the healing roll. Oh. There's a lot of things lining up. Are you suppress the healing button? 12. Okay, so each of you regains 12 HP. And that includes you, Jomin, like that. Whoosh. And Matilda just healed, and Buha healed. You all, as Jomin whoosh lets out this glow of divine energy. You can feel your wounds knit together. You feel yourself more invigorated, more strength flow into your bodies as you heal. And as he is gonna do that. Boohurt, it is your turn.
Does my mic work?
Yes.
Ah, that's surprising. I'm on my laptop. My phone died.
You're on your laptop now? Okay.
So, trying to go lower down
Pardon? Oh, you're...
on the map, but I can't. All I can see is Dave surrounded by 3 dead bodies.
Yeah, if you right click and drag, does he let you look around?
No,
Oh,
it's not.
you may need to reload. Or
Yeah, I think there we go.
okay. Is it working for you now?
So where are the enemies?
They have all
So
run around this corner. They said run back. One of them shouted out, retreat to the storeroom. And they have all run around this corner.
Okay, I'm just gonna run down as far as I can.
Okay, so you can make it. You have 25 feet of movement, don't you? So you can make it essentially all the way to the bottom. +1 space. So you could make it essentially to all the way down to here.
That's not letting me move to 20.
If you so wish, you can make it all the way down to the bottom and to here.
Yep, I will do that. I'm just trying to move. So.
Yep. Is it not letting you move?
Well, I tried moving it the whole distance at once.
Oh yeah, it does appear to think that you're not on the map. Oh, now it's moved. There we go. Now it's letting you move. So as you get down to there, yeah, so you can if you cut the corner, you can get to this space here.
Okay.
As you cut that corner there, which would take you, that'd be 70. No, 60. Oh no, wait, yeah, it's 70 feet of movement in total, isn't it? So yeah, right by there is where your movement would end. I think.
Okay. So yeah, I just
would
sprint
be
and
75 feet.
70. Oh yeah, 75. So yeah, by there. As you get up, you can see the cultist is running and stumbling. You're moving faster. As you can see you can see in like the reflections of the pipe just around the corner. You can see torchlights coming out of another room. The guy in front of you shouts out, oh, "Wait, let me in! Wait! He's behind! They're right behind me!" And you hear the sound of a as he shouts out, "No! Let me in!" As it appears the other cultists have retreated into a room and closed the door behind them. As you hear the door, you hear the heavy door and from ahead. And as he gets to the corner, he stops, turns, sees you, it's like, please don't hurt us. I surrender.
It's a shame I don't have any actions left, so I can't kill this guy.
He just shouts out, "I surrender."
Hand over the kids, and I will spare your life.
And I think with that, with everyone else hiding and one dude left out surrendering, I think that might be a good place to cut it here and I think that's a good place to end the initiative. I think would you guys agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point going a whole other round just for one dude.
Yeah,
So
there's
at that
probably
point,
no point.
he has surrendered. The rest are hidden behind the door. We will end the initiative there as he surrenders, and I think that would be a good place to actually end the session for today. To pick up from next time. So we're gonna end it there, guys, for today. You guys did good. Took out. I mean, half of these guys were fighting each other for half of that because of that one critical fail that made the guy confused. That is the most amount of critical fails I've ever rolled in one session. And I think, yeah, you guys will get XP for all the people that have been killed, been defeated, plus the guy who surrendered. You also get XP for the archer because she was actually attacking you. For the other two, the other guys who ran away because they never actually got into combat with you, you won't get XP for them, but you're still getting a fair decent chunk.
Well,
So-
even though they were in combat with themselves.
Those two were at the back of the group, so they never got a chance to even fight each other.
And then at the start of next session, I can use one of my newer spells.
Yeah, perhaps so. But we will end it there for today. So thank you everybody for coming along. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you to those watching. And we will see everybody next time. So take care everybody and goodbye.